Carnage going on?
There's two real bad. One girl is in a bivouac by the river.
Okay, it's night before Bigfoot 200 2021, February 12th, Thursday, so tomorrow's the 13th. We left early this morning. Well, not early this morning. We got ready early, and then we got going, and Amanda went and checked in, and I ended up breaking down. My turbo went out and stranded on the side of the road, so she had to come back and rescue me after checking in, and we had to leave from a pretty good distance out. She got all the way there, turned around, came back between Morton and Randall, picked me up, went back to Eatonville by Mountain Highway where her parents live, picked up her dad's truck, went back to where the truck was broke down, unloaded everything out, put it all back in the truck, dropped her car off, and now we're one vehicle and we're heading back up the mountain. So Brown, and we still got, there's a sign coming up, long ways.
We haven't even reached the turnoff for Windy Ridge yet.
Yeah, so we'll be coming back here later, but we're up on the mountain. Not a lot of folks up here right now.
You'll be back here tomorrow.
Yep. And so at some point tomorrow, after she starts her race, I got to drive all the way back, figure out how to get my truck towed or what I'm going to do. Amanda, how you feeling?
Tired.
She's tired. We were supposed to get to sleep at 7. It's now like 10 o'clock. I've been going and going and going, but anyway, what an interesting day.
You know, fun though.
Yep, fun. We're in good spirits. We're going to kick Bigfoot's ass this week. Anyway, you'll be hearing more from us. Bye. So it's like 11:45 or something.
We should have been asleep too.
What a long-ass day. So here in, well, you know what's crazy is it's, let's see, what time is it? My phone tell me. 11:43. So in 17 minutes, it's going to be Friday the 13th. And in 9 hours and 17 minutes, race is starting on Friday the 13th. On a day that's going to be over 100 degrees. California fires filling the air with smoke.
All right, you're going to repeat after me. If I get lost, hurt, or die, it's my own damn fault.
It's my own damn fault.
All right, you guys, we're going to do the national anthem and then get started.
Okay, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Ready?
Go, Bo!
You got a clog. Alright, here comes Amanda. Way up there. Coming in at mile 30. She's running. That's a good sign. Got the poles out. Yeah, she's booking it. There we go.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. I feel
Good.
really good. I just need some Gatorade.
Good. You're booking it down the hill there. All right.
I am happy that section's done.
I asked you a couple questions about some runners back
Yeah.
there. Is there a lot of carnage going on?
There's two real bad. One girl is in a bivvy by the river, and a gentleman was limping along with a cat.
Bib number by any chance?
I'm sorry, they had people with them, so I didn't take their numbers. I'm sorry. But he shouldn't be. Cat was with him, and I don't know. He was moving pretty slow. So. They were almost at the Oasis.
Okay.
About an hour.
All right. Cool.
Sorry.
You guys gonna need any help getting anybody out?
Potentially we have some crews and some people.
I'll hang out for a little bit after she takes off if you need something.
That'd be great.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
Smile on.
All right. Kicking butt. All right. So Amanda's all changed. She's got her food there. Got her feet fixed up. Feeling good. And I gotta get out of the truck. Get a picture of that man. Doesn't do it justice on the phone, but it's really neat. It's like orange, and you can see the whole moon with the unlit up part just barely. Okay, that's enough of that moon. Are you using the same shoes again? They do good for you?
Yes.
Really?
The same shoes. I love those shoes.
Awesome.
Saucony.
Power Track. Who makes them?
Saucony.
Saucony, huh? Sounds like some Italian mafia hitman. All right. Do you need,
Oh, I apparently cut myself.
yeah, that's what happens when you out run around these fucking mountains. You got 2 cuts, 2 blisters, or 2 rub spots, I guess. Maybe.
Chapped ass crack.
And a chapped ass crack. Which is the first.
I never get
It's just,
chapped
well,
ass.
I mean, I guess your ass chaps over 100 degrees. Let me stuff them in this like compression thing here.
Put 'em
Oh, actually, here's a good spot.
wherever you can get them
I'm
to
gonna
go.
in this zipper pocket right on the side.
Okay. What are we putting in there again?
What?
What are we going in there?
Your sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're right here.
Okay.
With your
Awesome.
crackers.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it. It's later than I wanted to leave, but I needed the extra
Are you
time.
gonna just leave that light on the whole time? You think?
Yeah, until the battery goes dead. Then I'm gonna use this headlamp to change the battery.
I don't have a headlamp on. I do. Let me turn mine. Oh, here's my headlamp. There's Amanda's headlamp. That's ridiculous. Oh, that's great though.
Yeah, I think this is gonna really help me move
I'm glad
faster tonight.
I'm glad we spent the money on it. And if we did the math right, you should with both those batteries, you'd have like 9 or 10 hours of like full blast light.
Is this where I check out?
Oh, I see. You went out
You
together.
take your bid number and then you got to give it the gentleman right there.
Oh, 114.
Are you on your way out?
Yep, on my way out.
Okay, good luck.
Thank
Well-
you. Smooch.
Kick
Love you.
butt.
I'll see you at Norway.
Be careful on that part after cold water.
I will. They said they fixed it though in the briefing.
Alrighty.
114. Thank you.
Have fun. Thanks for dropping by.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
All right, headed up to Norway Pass. Just got a text from Amanda. Sounds like she's feeling pretty torn up. But maybe she just bet her spirits are down. Sounds like it's a pretty hard year. Heat probably really messed her up. I mean, there's a lot of people that have problems with it, but hoping she'll pull through. She needs to speed the pace up a little bit because she's not going to have any time to sleep. She doesn't. Cut off 5 p.m. But it's skewed because they started late, so buses were late, so they ended up extending it by the amount of time, which I think is a half an hour. So she's got an extra half an hour, which is good.
my nose in my Gatorade.
It was.
Accidentally stuck my nose in my Gatorade.
Okay, here you go. Yeah.
God, the bugs were brutal. I don't know. I think I killed 30 black biting flies.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Every time I would stop to cool off, they would attack me.
Yeah, I had they got one of them got me really good on the back of the calf. You want two on that one or
No,
just
that should be
one?
good.
Okay, so that one's good.
Yep.
Leave
Just
the
put band-aids on this one real quick.
the crust off your sandwich.
Yes, I meant to ask you to do that because the crust is extremely hard to eat.
Okay. All right. 65 miles in. About to do another 11. She says she's feeling good. She says she's probably going to run this one without stopping. Get all that.
Okay, let's go check out.
Okay, let's do it. For you, honey. Yeah, you're all titties. Okay.
Where's my checking out at?
Right over here. So when you go up here, you can go to the right. You probably remember, but
Oh, I go up here. I
yeah,
go out this way.
that's the way out. So you just got to check out probably right here. This is that hammock I was telling you about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who do I check out with?
Just say your number.
114.
114.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. See you later.
Give me a kiss.
Thank you.
All right.
Right. Just gonna make a right after that arrow up there.
So I just I was getting ready to leave the last aid station, heading over to El Paso, and one of the volunteers asked to give this lady a ride that just missed cut off by like 10 minutes. And so I'm like, over to El Paso. I'm like, yeah, sure. She didn't have a ride and she couldn't continue. She missed cut off. I talked to her on the way there. She's an aerospace engineer, and it turns out that she was the lead engineer for NASA for a number of years, which is kind of crazy. But super nice. Looks like she was thinking about maybe continuing, maybe doing some pacing. And she was asking about Amanda, so she might end up pacing Amanda if Amanda's up for it. But real nice lady, lives in Florida. Said the elevation killed her. She's telling me the highest point in Florida is like 30 feet. But anyway, kind of cool. And so hope her and Amanda carry on together, because I think Amanda could use a pacer right now. But anyway, I'm gonna go hang out for a while and get ready to make wraps for Amanda and head back up to El Paso. Over here.
It's yours?
Yep.
All right, welcome.
You cold?
No, I need ice for the back of my knee bad,
Okay.
and some anti-inflammatory cream.
I can't believe I DNF'd the exact same agent, but only an hour earlier than last time or something.
You seem a lot more coherent than you did last time you ran. I think your sleep, the way you did the sleep this time, was a lot better than.
And that's the thing too. I took coming out of Lewis, I had another real low point. I was like, this isn't gonna happen. I'm not gonna finish. I'm just gonna push through this section. I'm not gonna make the cutoff. And then I'm like, you know what? Duke said if you get to feeling like that, lay down and take a nap and wake up and see how you feel. So I threw my warm jacket on, laid down up against a log that was, off the trail enough that people could walk by me, but so that I wouldn't lose the trail, and laid my poles down, pointing the way to go, and laid there and set my alarm for 15 minutes, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I felt so much better.
Really?
Yeah, and I hooked up with Richard and 3 other people, 2 girls and another guy, and we were fucking hauling balls. I mean, my knee didn't hurt anymore. I was like, how in the hell? Like, I was barely getting along. And then I took that. I'm like, was it like a miracle nap? Like, what the fuck happened? I can walk downhill now. Like, before I couldn't walk downhill.
Yeah,
And
I think
we
that's
were
a big key.
booking it.
I think that's a big key, is those smaller patches of sleep
And
throughout the race.
I just fucked up by not making sure I was getting enough. I thought I was getting enough electrolytes in, but when we started really hoofing it up that hill, I started to feel a little weird, and I was like, ooh, I need to slow down. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna fall down. And like, I was like, hold my pulse, and I'm like, ooh, oh, feels so good. And then after that, it just, every time.
So maybe that's what those people are packing those gels for. Quick
Maybe
electrolytes when they're feeling.
He had an electrolyte with him that he offered me, but it was this stuff that had caffeine in it, and it was just really, it's not something I've ever had before. And I was like, I appreciate the offer. I was like, but I don't want to drink that, because if I start throwing up, then I'm really going to be in a bad way, because I'm not going to be able to hold any fluids down. So I was like, I'm just going to take it easy and get out. And then that guy came by, and he's like, I have salt tabs. And I'm like, it's just salt? And he's like, yeah, they're just salt tabs. You just dissolve them under your tongue. And I'm like, well, I know I can eat salt. I was like, give me a couple of those. It was so sweet, too. Every single person who passed me when I was doing bad, as they were coming back up, asked me how I was and told me I had done a good job. And I'm just like, that was so nice of you guys to make sure, they're trying to build me up. And I'm just like, oh, I did get around a good group of people this time.
That's really good.
Yeah, there was like 1, 2, 3, 8 of us, I think. And we all just kind of, like, a couple of them, there was 4 that were together and then 3. And then I just kind of met up with those 2 groups. Mm-hmm. And our paces just kept us all together. A couple of them would pass, and then we'd catch up, and then I'd go a little further ahead, and they'd catch up.
Well, if you would have made it in there, you'd have been in good shape, because I had, by the time you would have got there, so I had breakfast cooked, so by about 3:30, I think, in the morning, started cooking breakfast and setting everything up, and I got your cot set up, I had the pad down, I had your sleeping bag out, the pillows out, I had like 5-course breakfast made, coffee was ready, I had all your aid kits set up, ready to go, I had your food pulled out for your next stage. I was like, I'm fucking ready. I was like, she's gonna come in here, even if she's late, we'll be able to just throw some shit together, and she'll be on her way, to the next one. I was like, yeah, good shape.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I was just, you'll be able to see. It was just that one guy, one of the guys that was working there came walking by. He's like, dang, he goes, you got your own aid station here. And then another guy came by, and he goes, one of the runners came through, and he's like, oh man, look at this setup. Dude, check this out. We're gonna have to put together a fucking timeline story with the videos and stuff with this whole race, because it's been, I don't know if it's because it started on Friday the 13th or what, but fucking tow truck company, the third tow truck, they sent me a text message on that could finally go out and get it at like fucking 10 o'clock at night. Dropped your, took my truck and picked it up, and then drove it to Rapid John Lake and dropped it off.
What?
And your dad and I had to go take Nye's truck and drive up there, because they found out that they had left it there, and drive up there and tow it with Nye's truck back to Dale's house.
What the fuck?
I'm so pissed, dude. State Farm is going to fucking hear about that.
Oh yeah, because you paid for that tow.
Well, I only paid $3 for it, but I know, but I pay for roadside assistance. I have for years, and I have all my insurance. We have all of our insurance through State Farm.
Everything.
Steele Clayton, I'm going in there personally to talk to him.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
he's fucking take it there.
He's gonna do something about this. I'm gonna get some credits or something, or our insurance is switching immediately.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I couldn't believe it. So what the fuck? How did that happen? All the packages, people find your parents' address. If that was the issue, no problem. You put it into GPS.
It comes right up.
It takes you right there. There's no excuse for picking my truck up and dropping it off in some random location. And what'd you do with the key? I'm pretty sure you left the door unlocked and left the key in it.
Oh, that's so fucked up. I'm sorry, honey.
This has been the most stressful fucking race.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, that's why I have to admit I'm just not. I think I'm just gonna accept the fact that I'm not gonna be able to finish it because I really.
Well, I wouldn't. Don't make that decision now. But I know you really want to complete this race.
Tried hard twice.
You know, that's all you can ask for, honey. Is to put in the effort and have fun, and you know, you got to spend 3 days
It was
in
a
misery.
much better group of people to be in misery with, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 2 times I did it, I met a few people who were all right. You know, like the one Asian guy was pretty cool. I followed him for a while, but really that was it. I didn't meet anyone super cool. These, you know, I didn't get to know them real well, but they just we all just were able to chat and, you know, get along. And
Yeah, I'm just gonna film for a little bit longer. I would just chat and stuff, and then I'll turn the camera off.
it's been so hot. I literally have just been drenched in my own sweat. It worried me the other day, or it was when I was going to Lewis River. I was sweating and I licked the top of my lip. I'm like, oh, just get the salt from my sweat, and I'm like, that doesn't taste salty.
That's weird. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, I sweated so much and wasn't replacing. I was trying to replace the salt. I would get little bags of chips to eat at the thing that were salty, and my nuts, and you know, all the food that I had that had salt on it, but it just wasn't cutting it. I was just sweating it out faster than I could put the shit back in. So hot. I was cursing Mother Nature and every fucking thing. I was like, fuck you, bitch. You can't even drum up a breeze. I hate you. It's so fucking hot in here.
There was one guy that came walking by, and I got it on camera too. He was trying to pump up his runner, you know. He was his crew, one of the crew members. They come walking by the truck, and he's like, "You've done some other race. I can't remember what race he said. You've done such and such race. This is nothing." And the runner looks at him. He goes, "This is way harder than that race." He goes, "Okay, well, still." It was just funny. It was like, okay, I looked at him. I was like, "What the? How bad is that race?" Because I know, you know, that these mountains are just. There's so many things to deal with here, with the brush and the thick undergrowth and the trails and the elevation and the weather. You know, like so that lady I told you about. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if I told you about that lady that I drove from the aid station to the other aid station. She was like 55 or so. She's a aerospace engineer for the Department of Defense, and she just quit the lead aerospace engineer for NASA. She just quit that job. She was their NASA's lead engineer. So I got to hang out with her and chat with her about space and fucking her job and stuff for like 30 minutes. And that was the lady that was wanting to pay you, but then she never came back. So super cool lady though.
That's cool. I'm glad you met someone who wasn't horribly obnoxious.
Yeah, it was, you know, it felt kind of cool to be riding in the car with the NASA's lead
I know, huh?
astrophysicist or aerospace engineer. I mean, damn, I was like, that's pretty cool. How many people can say that? Like driving through the mountains with NASA's aerospace engineer, chatting away.
Guess who Richard knows and is friends with?
Who?
The fucking lead guy on not the lead guy, but Team Canada, Eco Challenge Fiji. Richard's from Canada. And he knows the main guy who was on Team Canada in Eco Challenge Fiji. He's friends with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he was telling me all about his orienteering stuff that he does and like all the stuff that he does. And I